Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen to another episode on Airware Trade. So this is a top-down analysis for this current week. It's currently Sunday here in Lagos, Nigeria, Sunday. So this is the market I'm interested in for this week. Alright, so I have a couple of pairs analyzed already, so stay tuned. Okay, first pair on my list is GBPAUD. GBPAUD. Last week, by the way, last week was a very interesting week. Alright, so GBPAUD. We are still looking to sell GBPAUD this week. Weekly, we are bearish on the weekly time frame. This being the weekly lower low. It's at the zone. This is the weekly lower high. We are bearish, and also on the weekly, we are at a very clean support and resistance zone. Whenever this market is above this zone, we are using it as a support, and whenever it's below as a resistance. Whenever it's below resistance, whenever break above retest support, whenever I break above retest as a support, is acting as a support whenever the market is above it, whenever the price is above that support level. So on the daily, also same thing on the daily. Whenever we are above, we are using it as a support outside the zone, support here, support. Okay, so whenever we are below, we are using it as a resistance, above support. Okay, whenever we are below resistance, break below, retest, push to the downside as a resistance. Whenever we are above support, so this is a very clean support and resistance zone. On the daily, we are also bearish on the daily. We are also bearish. Also on the 4 hours, we are bearish. This has been our lower low, this has been our lower high. And on the daily and on the 4 hours, I'm seeing left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Once we have that push down, retesting of the right shoulder, that's where I'm looking to go in on GBPAUD. Selling GBPAUD. Next trade on my list is GBPNZD. GBPNZD, I'm looking to buy GBPNZD this week. We are at a very clean support and resistance zone as well. On the weekly, you can see whenever this market gets to the zone, it has a highest tendency of buying. Okay, you can see weekly rejection, break below weekly rejection outside the zone. We are already having 2 weekly rejection, and this market, I like the fact that this market rejected all the way to this zone. So I'm looking to buy GBPNZD. The weekly, on the other hand, we are bearish. This lower low, lower high, and this is the neckline. Don't you forget, here's the neckline. I'm waiting for this market to come back to this neckline for me to sell. Daily. On the daily is bullish. This has been our higher high, this has been our higher low. Okay, and whenever we are above this zone, we are using it as a support. Whenever we are above, support, but whenever we are below, as a resistance. Okay, this look like a breaker retest to push to the downside, but I'm going with the trend. You know me, I like going with the trend. Whenever we are above, support, whenever we are below, resistance. So on the 4 hour, coming down to the 4 hour, 4 hour is also bullish. 4 hour is bullish. This being 4 hour higher high, this being 4 hour higher low. 4 hour higher high, 4 hour higher low. And if you look, this area is very clean support and resistance, very clean. The next trade, USDCAD. I'm looking to buy USDCAD continuation. USDCAD coming down to the weekly. We are bullish. We have the 3 time frame bullish on this pair. Weekly, we are bullish for 2 consecutive weeks. We have been bullish. Okay, so we are at a very clean support and resistance. So whenever we are below resistance, whenever we break above retest as a support, it's acting as a support. Whenever we break below retest as a resistance. All right, and also on the daily, is very interesting. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for 8 days now, 8 consecutive days, we have had bullish candle. Okay, no single bearish candle. So let's see if this week we are still going to have, say, 5 bullish candle. So I'm looking for this market to break out of this zone, retest for me to continue buying this market. I bought at this zone. I bought last week at this zone. So I'm looking for breaker retest to continue buying. So stay tuned for my next video coming really soon, where I'll be breaking down the remaining pairs I'm looking to trade this week. Alright, that's pretty much it for now. Stay tuned. If you haven't liked this video, like, subscribe, and also leave a comment. Alright, so stay tuned. I have gold and other pairs analyzer when I'll be dropping the video very soon. Stay tuned. Peace out for now.